the mother road we go. There's a memorial for a bank robbery shootout. So here on the wall they have some infamous people from right here. It's Jim Thorpe, member of the Sac and Fox Nation, Henry Starr, infamous bank robber, J.W. Stroud, and Billy K. Smith, Miss Oklahoma 1962. Look at that curly inside this store. That's amazing.
They're going to be putting up.
Well, good day, my friends. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion and your old pal
Scott Michaels.
And we are already on the road today. We are headed towards Oklahoma City. There is a handful of things down in the, I think it's called the Brickyard District, that I hung out with Wayne Coyne from the Flaming Lips last time I was here. He showed me one of the things being Flaming Lips Boulevard. We can't meet up with him this time. He's on tour right now. I just texted him. He's on tour for another week, but we're gonna go see some fun things there and make our way a little further west on Route 66 again today. Daze with Jordan the Lion and you all. It begins right now. Wow, we just saw this off the side of the road, but we had no idea they had all of these signs. Oh my gosh, this place is loaded with old gas station signs. Look at this. Holy cow. Probably every one that you can think of. We're literally just driving around the parking lot right now, and you're seeing all of them. I love Roadside America. This stuff is so great. I would certainly bowl here, but I certainly would not have guessed this was bowling just by driving by. We're in Chandler, Oklahoma, and old style gas station fans, we got another one. We got another Phillips station right here. Look at that multicolored roof. Isn't that amazing? That thing's a beauty. No gas pumps, but I appreciate what's here. Since we've seen so many of these on the past couple of days, we know that what that bubble was originally. Cool little stop. Boomerang Diner. Well, apparently they do have a gift shop and visitor center here, but it does not appear to be open. Although it's, it's very unique. Definitely seeing the back roads, aren't we, Scott?
Yeah, no, I much prefer this kind of driving than city driving.
Okay, Scott, quick question. Which do you think we've seen more of? Route 66 signs and logos or medical marijuana dispensaries in Oklahoma?
Honest to God, no, Oklahoma is certainly, yeah, a green state in that regard.
Everywhere you look.
Yeah.
It's probably no joke. There's probably, for every Route 66 sign we've probably seen a dispensary. Now we're in Warwick. This is actually the Seba Station Motorcycle Museum. We're not going to go in today, but it is a historical stop here. Built in 1924 as a filling station and garage, which continually operated until 1996. Then a restoration began. Antique shop opened in 2000. Now it is a motorcycle museum with quite a collection. I love that they kept the old gas pumps. We're just not stopping here because we had a couple other museums we want to see today, and we won't be able to get them while they're open if we don't pass them by, unfortunately. But this is a good one. I checked it out online. Now we're going to Arcadia. This stop, I watched an old 1990s documentary on Route 66 with Peter Fonda, and he talked about this place, and it kind of got me wanting to go there. And Peter Fonda was fascinating to see do it because, you know, of course, he's affiliated with being in the Easy Rider movie, but his father, Henry Fonda, was in the Grapes of Wrath, which is about Route 66. I think that's supposed to be a martini glass. I don't know, maybe I'm seeing things. Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, it looks like it to me. The olive for.
Here is the famous Red Round Barn. This is a building that he had said in the documentary, the devil can't put you in a corner when you're in a round room. I thought that was pretty funny, pretty cool. Yeah, this was actually built by a man who he basically bent the boards, they're like moss boards, bent them into that shape, and he had a theory that this would withstand tornadoes and cyclones better. There's no proof, they said, whether or not he was actually correct on that, but like I told Scott, I mean, it's still here. The Arcadia round barn, over 100 years old. Built in April 1898 by William Oder on his farm, restored in 1992 by Luke Robinson. So we can go upstairs and downstairs both. Enter as a stranger, leave as a friend. Wow, I said it's still here. It looks like it's barely still here. Look how bad a shape it was in before they did the restoration. We have to go upstairs because you have to appreciate how they made the top floor. That says, back to the good old days, horse and buggy. If gasoline gets too high for the automobiles, this is the answer to your problem. Go back to the good old days. It takes no gasoline. He's right, but Barney here takes food and care and love and attention. I think we need to go upstairs and check that out. What's going up? Hello. Now, I think we're supposed to go. They actually hold weddings up here and stuff. Look at that. Isn't that incredible how he did that? Historical pictures of the barn. No running or jumping. Hello! Here you have the centrifugal focus and the sound is reverberating. Get your kicks on Route 66. What do you think? Pretty cool free experience off of the side of the road.
That was really nice just to have it open to the public, and I bet you that'd be cool to hear some music up there.
If you were a great singer, I mean, that would be awesome to go up there and let loose some Elvis or something up there.
What a cool little place.
Yeah, on we go. By a red barn, but we're only going like 2 or 3 minutes away. Another essential stop. People said we really want to see this at nighttime, but we don't have a choice. It's not night, so we're gonna stop anyway at Pops. That's wicked cool. That's gotta be the world's largest soda ball, I would think. Maybe not. That's a dang big one though. Now this place, it's like all glass and it's all soda. You thought mustard was big? Let's see what you find in here, Scott. Are you game for this?
I am.
It's a famous one, Pops on 66. Look at all these soda bottles. Oh, cool. Old soda fountain. Soda bottles all the way around. I mean, all the way. Here you can get food, ice cream sundaes, the old-fashioned stuff. Love it. Essential stop. All right, let's see what he's going for. Let's see what I'm going for. What did you find? Anything interesting?
I found Bagel Red. I haven't seen that in a long time.
I'm wondering if my pal Roddy Piper's soda is no longer in production with Rocket Fizz. I haven't seen it anywhere anymore. I'm not seeing any of the celebrity ones really yet. Such a goofy little thing, but when I was a kid in the summers, I would ride my bike uptown in Troy and I would go to a store that sold these for 75 cents and I'd get a Sioux City sarsaparilla, so I'm gonna get one today. This is another old school, the knee high. Lots of candy and stuff. That's old school. Jolt Energy Gum. Oh boy. Goodbye, wall of soda. We are out of here. Cock of the walk. Cool neon. Here's the Oklahoma City Gold Dome. Isn't that awesome? I love that. That building is so great. I don't even think it's being used anymore. Scott and I think it probably was a theater. Now we're over at the old milk bottle grocery. It's called the Private Nail Salon Milk, but they have a giant Brahms milk bottle on top. That was put there in 1947. Isn't that great? So now I want to head over and show you guys the Bricktown area. It's my favorite part of Oklahoma City that I've found so far. Carpenter Square Theater. Oh, look at that, Paramount. Here's the home of the Oklahoma City Thunder basketball team. Entering Bricktown. See how it says Bricktown going in? Scott did not have a whole lot of interest in seeing this stuff, but I love sports. And down here in Bricktown, they have tons of statues. They have the Sports Museum of Oklahoma, and they also have a lot of street names after famous people from Oklahoma. So I'm going to show you a lot of those. So here's the Bricktown Ballpark. This is an affiliate of the Dodgers. They're one of their minor league teams. Notice the baseballs for lights. Now we saw the Mickey Mantle statue in Commerce, where he's from, but this is him batting the opposite way. Since he was a switch hitter, they actually have him hitting the opposite way. And what's cool is that they had, when they were dedicating this, a bunch of former players of his, people that played with him, and his kids come out and put their handprints in. You can see Whitey Ford right there, Ralph Terry, also from Oklahoma. And then over here, Merlin Mantle, David Mantle, Danny Mantle. Really cool ballpark. Now over here is the Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, and they have a statue in front of here as well. So not only Oklahoma Sports Hall of Fame, also the Jim Thorpe Museum in there. So that's football hero Jim Thorpe, and that's a team store for the Dodgers, Oklahoma City Dodgers. So there's Jim Thorpe. Now right here you'll see the street names. Mickey Mantle Drive, so they named this after Mickey, right here where the ballpark is, but also Flaming Lips. One of my favorite bands. Last time we were here, Wayne had time to come meet up with me. It was a lot of fun. And they have the alley named after them. Now if we walk all the way past Jim Thorpe and Mickey Mantle and go to the other corner, there's another great Oklahoma native. Right across from the ballpark is Mickey Mantle's Steakhouse. If you're looking for a place to eat, go to Mickey's. Goodbye, Mickey. Over here you have a bunch of Yankees, because this used to be a Yankee affiliate. Bobby Mercer, Pepper Martin, Carl Hubble, Paul Wainer. And over here you notice a little further down Mickey Mantle Drive, they have Wanda Jackson Way. Great Wanda Jackson. Of course I'm a Reds fan, and I'm wearing my Reds hat because from Binger, Oklahoma, and right over here on this corner, Johnny Bench. They call this corner Johnny Bench Plaza. And there he is. The great Cincinnati Reds catcher from the Big Red Machine. Johnny redefined standards by which catchers are measured. 17 seasons with the Big Red Machine. Johnny controlled the game on both sides of the plate, hitting 389 homers, a record for catchers. Yeah. He was inspired by Mickey Mantle. Even put his catcher's mask here. As we work our way around Johnny Bench Plaza, they have some cool mosaics over here. But we're gonna go down to this next corner. There's the headquarters for Sonic. We're going to the next corner because they have another statue down there. They are open, so they have a game today. We're just not going to it. Johnny Bench Drive. Then on this section, this is Warren Spahn Plaza. So it would only be fitting to have a wonderful Statue of the great left-hander, Warren Spahn. Won 363 major league games, more than any other left-handed pitcher in history. 14-time All-Star, 1957 Cy Young Award for the Braves. Now this street over here is named after another baseball player, San Diego Padre and Toronto Blue Jay Joe Carter. And if we continue further trying to make a circle around the baseball stadium, we're gonna have another road named after someone up here. Joe Carter and Kings of Leon Lane. If you're looking for a little something different, right across from the ballpark, they have a canal. So you can board a boat and take a canal ride. You can see there's a boat down there getting ready to board. Over here. And look at that statue down there. Wow. Yeah, you can take a ride on this canal. Not quite done with statues here in Oklahoma City yet. Made our way over to a very historic monument here. Never made it to see this one yet. This is the only time in history there was a land grab. The land run of 1889. The unassigned lands were opened through a land run with more than 50,000 Americans vying for 160 acres or a town lot. At noon on April 22nd, 1889, competitors rushed in on wagons, horses, foot and trains. Towns were formed and homesteads were staked. The march to statehood had begun. I love it. Let's go check it out. So over here you can see the two men signaling with the cannon for everyone to start the land run. And then here they are on their horses and wagons with their families, staking their land of Oklahoma. Look at this. Yeah, free land. And if you end up taking the canal boat tours, it actually goes right in the middle of the path. Look at this. You can see up here where the guy's trying to stop his horses from going in, and the boats go right through there. That one looks like Will Rogers, honestly, and would not surprise me if it was. So I thought this was a really cool thing in this city that not every other city has, so we wanted to share it with you. And there was a boat that just went by here not too long ago. Look at this guy. Man down, horse down. Garth Brooks Boulevard. Here it is. Look at this water tower for Yukon. Home of Garth Brooks. Now we have quite a drive to our next stop. Quite a drive. Hello, El Reno. Guess we're at the crossroads of America. At least that's what part of this mural says in El Reno. Hey Scott, what do you think the Squawk and Scoot Chicken and More is?
I want to know what the more is, yeah. I don't know. This doesn't sound very appealing.
That chicken coming out of the wall in the Squawk and Scoot. That's awesome. Now we're entering Weatherford. It says it's voted safest city in Oklahoma. A little bit of interesting history here in town. Check this out. Even though we missed it and it's closed today, this is the Stafford Air and Space Museum. And I wanted you to see this because this is home of one of the astronauts. General Thomas Stafford Air and Space Museum. There he is, Lieutenant General Thomas P. Stafford, astronaut, author, test pilot, and fighter pilot. He's from this town. And look at that. Have to check this out another time, but it's on Route 66. It's worth talking about, showing. We've made it to Clinton, Oklahoma, which is basically where we wanted to stop tonight, and we're gonna get a bite to eat at Lucille's Roadhouse. Mother of the Mother Road. Been a long, fun day of travel, but this is a sight for sore eyes right about now. Wouldn't you say, Scott?
Yes,
Cool. Here we go. Oh, cool. This place is great. It's all old gasoline signs everywhere. I don't have a clue what I'm in the mood for. Here's some salmon again. That was pretty good the other night. Although it looks like they're known for their chicken fried steak. Scott just noticed they have a Spamwich on here. I'm kind of thinking that barbecue mac and cheese grilled cheese sandwich right there. Oh, I just noticed over here they have the old Phillips sign and the register right there. I may have gotten more than I bargained for. That's a pretty big dang sandwich. Scott just got a regular grilled cheese like a regular human. I thought I was really hungry, but man, that was a lot of food. I'm taking the rest of it with me. Calling it a night here. Well, my friends, we are gonna call it a day from Clinton, Oklahoma. Thank you all for watching from Route 66. Scott, do you wanna say anything?
Thank you for watching Jordan's channel. It's been real. I can't do
this. This guy's out of control. He's out of control. It's too late. Thank you all. We'll see you next time.
Goodbye.